Hello,
Hello.
Madison. Can you, first, before we start this interview, can you confirm consent for me to record both audio and video and
Yeah,
post this? All right, thank
yeah.
you. First off, who are you? Tell me a little bit about the industry you work in, your role, your time in that role, and who you oversee.
My name is Madison Rice. I work in the fiber optics industry and communications. I'm a partial owner of Landmark Communications, and I've been working there with my dad for about 3 years.
Very nice. And what is your greatest achievement during your work, and how has it been so impactful for your business?
I would say our greatest achievement has probably been a job we got last summer with Maricopa Water. We started with like 5 miles of work, and we get paid by the foot, so it was very good.
Okay,
And then after we completed that, they gave us more work for this coming summer. So
very
it's
cool. How
good.
much do you get paid per foot?
Um, I'm pretty sure going forward it's $8 a foot.
$8 a foot. Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
And how many workers are there?
Usually only probably like three or four, maybe a couple to plow it and then a couple to splice it. Not too many.
Okay, keep costs low. I like that. But you do oversee more than four people in your job, right?
Oh yeah, there's more people outside of that, but like it's usually for certain different things
Very cool. All
besides
right,
splicing.
that's really cool. And where's that at?
That's at like Surprise.
Surprise. All right, very cool.
Pretty close.
Um, what is a, hold up, let me, greatest achievement. So for the Excel, how important or how often do you use listening?
Very often.
Very often, used always. That makes sense. What about empathy?
Say the same.
Okay, empathy for your workers, that's always good. What about healing as a trait, characteristic?
I guess pretty high.
It's, it's a little cloudy on what that means, but awareness. What about that one?
Very important.
Very important. All right. Persuasion, I guess, is very important as well. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Conceptualization in your business.
It's pretty important.
Pretty important. You can rank them out of five if you want, but you don't have to. All right. Foresight.
I'd say that's up there, like probably 4 or 5. If we're rating them.
Okay. Stewardship.
Also pretty important.
Very important. All right.
Yes.
Commitment to growth of people.
That is pretty important too. Like in numbers or like
Yeah, it's rated off of one is never used and then five is used always. So four is used often, three is used occasionally, two is rarely used, and one is never.
stick with usually around the same amount of people, if that's what it means.
Commitment to growth of people. That might mean just the people growing themselves in the
Yeah,
company.
if it's meaning
So,
that way, then yeah.
yeah.
It's important.
And then interest in building community.
That's also pretty important.
What'd you say that would be?
About like 4.
Four. All right. So 46 out of 50, a score between 38 and 50 means the leader strongly exhibited servant leadership characteristics. Very nice. Okay.
Let's go.
Question 3. Significant challenge. What is a significant challenge that you have had in your business and your business career? How did you handle it? What is the outcome? And can you provide some details about the time period, the people involved, the products, services, and anything else that could have affected this?
Yes, I would say we had a project that we were starting up in Washington last year. That was a pretty big deal and that we were pretty excited about. And then we were reaching the start of it and we were trying to get crews up there. And the crew we originally wanted to send up there, their cars had broken down, so they were not able to get up there. It was getting pretty close to the deadline, and so last minute we just had to find some crews that were closer to and able to start it off until the other ones could actually get there.
Okay. Um, that sounds like you handled it pretty well. Was it a successful? It was like came out of it
I'd say so.
strong.
We were able to start it before the deadline.
Okay. So there you go. Um, and for that, for servant leadership, it's the same. It's the same categories, but how was listening used during your significant challenge?
I feel like it's definitely more important this time because of all the different people you had to be in contact with and communicating with in order to make it happen.
For sure, for sure. That makes sense. Empathy, probably feeling
Yeah,
how they feel with broken down cars in the middle of nowhere.
especially because I mean they're there to work and make their money too. They don't want to be just
This is
sitting
true.
around.
Healing, still don't know what that means, but might be important, right?
Yeah, after it goes wrong, I guess if
Yeah.
that's what it means.
Awareness,
Yes,
very aware.
that's very probably fine.
And then persuasion,
I'd say so. Yeah, having to get other people up there quickly to help us out.
for sure. Conceptualization,
Yeah, it's probably about the same.
fives all around almost. There you go. Foresight, seems like that one could be low because it was something you weren't
Yeah,
expecting.
exactly. I would say that one's pretty low.
Foresight, um, never used because you don't expect to have challenges, and that's a very good thing to know when you're going into business is to expect the unexpected, right?
Always.
Stewardship,
This is pretty high. Like 4.
pretty high. Okay. Then commitment to growth of people,
Mm, probably around 4.
4. Okay. And then interest in building community,
I'd say probably around 4 or 5, just because it was in a different state and
for
using different
sure.
people.
Okay. 42. High score means the leader strongly exhibited servant leadership characteristics. Very nice.
Very good.
Okay. Question 4. What is the mission, vision, and strategy of the organization, and how essential is an entrepreneurial mindset in achieving those three?
I'd say it's very important. I say like our main mission is growth. We're trying to grow in Arizona, but also grow in other states such as Washington, like I mentioned, and also Texas. And then almost same thing for like the vision is just a lot of growth and finding new people, new places. And then all the strategies we use is just calculated risks, which is very important. You always have to take some risks in certain aspects. And then I'd say the entrepreneurial mindset is very important just because it's something we have started on our own. And,
For
my
sure.
dad didn't even go to college, so this was all very much like
Wow. Okay.
just, yes, going off of what he knew from being in the trade for so long and just starting his own thing and then bringing me in to also learn and learn what that's like to just
For
learn as you
sure.
go a little. Yes.
And you're young too. It's good to get in there when you're
Yes, he wanted
younger.
to start right when I
Mm-hmm.
turned 18.
There you go.
Yes.
Alrighty. So, how would you say the need to achieve, how often is that used? The need to achieve.
Mhm. I'd say very often. I mean,
Very
that's the
often.
goal.
That's the driving force behind it, right?
Yes.
All right. Openness to experience.
I would say also very high.
Used always. Innovative or creative ability.
I'd say pretty high too.
Pretty high as well, yeah. Makes sense. Risk propensity. Risk taking, pretty much.
I'd say like somewhere in the middle. I mean, you don't want to be doing it all the time, but I mean, it
For
is
sure.
necessary.
Calculated risk, like you said before. Proactivity and work ethic.
I'd say pretty high. Very high.
Very high. Makes sense. Entrepreneurial self-efficacy.
I'd say high.
High as well. Alrighty.
Mhm.
And then internal locus of control. Pretty sure that means like self-control when you're making these decisions.
Yeah, I'd say about the same as the rest, like 4 or 5.
That totally makes sense. You don't want to be freaking out.
Exactly, yeah. To
Um,
be grand.
you got in the high range again. Congrats. A
Thank
score
you.
between 26 and 35 means the leader strongly exhibited an entrepreneurial mindset. There you go.
Wow.
Nice. And apart from servant leadership, we're wrapping up here. Apart from servant leadership and the entrepreneurial mindset, please identify 2 lessons or attributes that are essential for success. Can you describe anything you wish you would have specifically avoided that may have derailed or delayed your success?
Mm, I would say two of the biggest lessons, one of the main ones being the connections you have with people and just getting to know people and how they can help you grow. And everyone always knows somebody that can help you
Hmm.
out.
Networking.
Yes, very
All
important.
right. That's what I've heard.
And then I'd say another one is, for me at least, is, getting to know the people that I work closely with. Of course, like I work with my dad, but I mean, everyone that he works with and has worked with, and they've been able to teach me a lot and more of like the hands-on and on the actual job sites and everything, and more about like how they do what they do and how that could help me to know what they're doing. And
Yeah.
then
All right.
anything I wish I
Very good.
avoided. Um,
That may have delayed your success a little bit. And I know it is a little bit different because it's not exactly your business, but you could talk about the business as a whole or something that you wish you would have done or talk about just an experience you've had.
yeah, I would say maybe some of the times thinking we can take too much on by ourselves and maybe like,
For
oh, we only need
sure.
a couple people for this, but realistically, we would
Mm-hmm.
have needed more to get it done more efficiently and quicker in the end, which I think we've been doing better as of recently. Having more people come on and hiring more people.
For sure. That totally seems like that could be a problem when you think you
So,
can do
I can do by
stuff.
myself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Usually takes more to get the job done.
Yeah. I know I do that sometimes in my life, and I wish I could not as much, for sure.
Yes,
But
for sure.
well, I think that's about it. Thank you very much, Madison. If you have anything else to say, now's your time. The floor is yours. But those are all the
Um,
questions I had for you. Um,
yes, I think that was it. That was great. Thank you, Gabe.
of course.